It's a New Music Friday.
It's New Music Friday.
New Music Friday.
New Music Friday.
On June 11th, 2015, the world of music decided that Friday at midnight was the ideal day and time during the week to release music. Now, we have Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and other music listening platforms releasing New Music Friday playlists with every song imaginable, just so you can start your weekend fresh. Even Rebecca Black said,
"It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday."
But that's not actually the real reason why music is released on Friday. So, if not the weekend, why Friday? Well, we gotta first address that New Music Friday wasn't always New Music Friday. It was New Music Tuesday, at least in the US. By releasing music on Tuesday, it gave record stores enough time the weekend before to stock the shelves. The music would get packaged and boxed late in the previous week, then shipped and distributed to the record stores on the weekend. The stores would then receive the stock on Monday and have enough time to promote and stock the shelves for Tuesday. By releasing music on Tuesday, it allowed for a full sales week, Tuesday to Monday. It also allowed for a full week of representation on charts like Billboard US, which release on Wednesdays. Tuesday was really a Goldilocks day for artists looking to maximize sales and charting for projects. But what changed?
I said I want something big. I want something that says I'm here.
Beyonce. On Friday, December 13th, 2013, Beyonce surprised her fans with her eponymous album, Beyonce. Now, before this, people didn't really see the point of doing a Friday release, or surprise releases for that matter. Even with its release only being on iTunes, Beyonce the album went 5 times platinum and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard US Top 200. This began the trend for more and more artists after to release on Friday. Nick Jonas' eponymous album Nick Jonas, 5 Seconds of Summer's eponymous album 5 Seconds of Summer, Shakira's eponymous album Shakira. What's with all the eponymous albums released on Fridays in 2014? After a year of artists no longer caring for the Tuesday release day, credit to the rise of Friday music drops and online piracy due to online streaming and multiple global release days, the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry on June 11, 2015 deemed Fridays as Global Release Day, or what we call New Music Friday. This helped to ensure all countries were getting music at the same time, reducing leaks, spoilers, and the like. Now, charting companies like the OCC, BBC, and UK Singles are all released on Fridays, but what made Fridays the new Goldilocks day? Why not Monday? It's the start of the week. Or why not Sunday? A lot of people don't work on Sundays, so why Friday? While the IFPI never specified their choice for Friday specifically, there are many different possible benefits of a Friday release date.
We have some brand new music for the weekend.
Get some new music for the weekend.
I got all of this new music for the weekend, like I'm set.
No. Despite what many people think, the idea that releasing music on Friday so that listeners can enjoy new music during the weekend is not technically proven. Like yes, if a bunch of music was released on Friday, then of course the best listening days for artists are Fridays and Saturdays. But I personally believe that a lot of the benefits of a Friday release day has to do with it being Global Release Day. For instance, if Monday was Global Release Day, then I would expect Monday and Tuesday to be the best listening days of the week. I would also expect charting companies to release their data on Mondays as well. The only benefit of a Friday release day, beyond it being Global Release Day, is that many people party on Friday nights and weekends. So having new music each week that probably hasn't been heard by the club scene by the night is great for parties and fresh crates. This, thus, makes Friday the best day for hip-hop, rap, R&B, pop, EDM, and other club/party-centric music releases. Okay, so Friday is Global Release Day. All the big artists release their music on Fridays, but why not other days? I mean, we have 7 days of the week, and yet comparing 2014 album releases by day versus 2025 album releases, you can see that at least 90% of notable artists release their albums on a Friday now versus before, where it looked more sporadic. Let's look at the positives and negatives of the other days of the week and see what we can find. Starting off with Monday. Mondays are great because it's the start of the work week. Many people are looking for new music to listen to on their way to work, going to gym, or cleaning up the house. For most people, Monday is a weekly refresh. High energy, motivational tracks seem to perform well on Mondays because of that. Looking at something like Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler the Creator, the Monday release day might not have given him the best possibilities for charting or streams, but allowed the artist to get across the intention of a high energy, bouncy album he seeks to create. Next up, Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm grouping these two together because I feel as though their benefits are the same. By releasing music on Tuesday or Wednesday, it's shown to give enough time for newer artists, as well as indie or alternative artists, to be picked up by the algorithm before Friday. This is beneficial to know, especially with the rise of social media fame and the TikTok to label pipeline, which I might make an episode about in the future. Okay, Thursday. Many people believe that releasing a song on Thursday beats the Friday competition. Now, I personally don't believe that to be true, especially since beating the Friday competition would work better earlier in the week for algorithmic purposes, but nonetheless, Thursday is another option, just not a great one. Finally, let's talk about the weekend. Now, in my opinion, I think weekend releases perform the worst. Not only do you miss the entire work week for the algorithm boost, but you also don't get any of the benefits from global release day or the DJs. The only possible genre of music I think might benefit from a weekend release is gospel, for obvious reasons. Can I get an amen? Now, for the question we've all been waiting for. Is there a best day to release music? Short answer, no. There are just too many factors that can play into release day that make it a case-by-case situation. But in general, here's what I've encountered. If you have a mid to large following and make music in hip-hop, pop, R&B, or other radio and party-heavy genres, release on Friday for playlisting and charting. If you are just starting out or make music in the indie, alt, or soft rock genres, release on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for the algorithm boost. If you make upbeat, driving to work, or workout music, or you're Tyler the Creator, release on Monday to catch the work crowd. And finally, if you make gospel music, release it on the weekend for the church crowd. At the end of the day, if you have a large loyal audience, I recommend releasing your music on whatever day best fits the branding of your project. For instance, if you're Rebecca Black and you make a song called Friday, I would release a song on she released it on a Thursday? That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening and see you on the next episode of The Release Window.